Hey guys, it's me, Amy, back again. Okay, so I jumped on here to share with you some of the things I've been working on. Um, as you know, I am a beginner, very beginner sewist. I don't know nothing yet, so I'm still learning. However, I know I shared with y'all on a previous video that I had ordered the rag rugging kit for the rag rug bouquet from England, and it came in and I made the flowers, and then I was waiting to get a hot glue gun. I had to get a hot glue gun because I'm just starting all these crafts. Okay. So I managed to put the flowers finally together. So you get to see the bouquet. Now, I don't have a tin can. These would look better in pottery or a tin can to display. But I do have this vase here that it says live, laugh, love, that I'm going to put them in, and I'm going to show you what I did. First of all, you remember the kit came with burlap, and it was all drawn out how to pull the fabric through the burlap. And I'm going to give you an example, like a pillow I'm working on here. You can see the hole right here is burlap. And I'm pulling the fabric through with my tool, which is rag rugging. Well, that's the same way you make the flowers. Now, you can cut the strips in different shapes. You can make them like petals, you can make them square, you can make them with whatever you wanted to. You could use solid colors, you could use different fabrics, you could use velvet or something else. You could even use solid colors to make them look more realistic. I wanted more of a pioneer woman look, so I went with jelly roll fabric that's got patterns. So they're not going to look like real flowers like some of the other girls make. They're going to look like cute little decorative things. So let's jump into it. Okay, so when I finish them, and I'm going to show you each one, you had to hot glue them after you've pulled it through, it folds over like this. So you hot glue it. And that's what I've done. And I'm going to show you the different ways that you can we're going to talk about different ways that you can cut your petals. So as you can see, this one is more cut like petals. And it's precious that way. I think this is probably my favorite way to cut them. These have just been glued, by the way. They will need to be fluffed afterwards. But it came out very cute, as you can see. So that's number one. Here's another one. And this one I did as very, very thin strips. So this is a different effect. And again, it's just been glued, so it hasn't its full shape yet. I've got to play with it and get it right. So these are just skinnier strips. As you can see, we've got some green, blue. And again, it's just pulled through the burlap. Then after that, you cut around the burlap and you glue it onto the dowel. Okay. This one here, I wanted to do longer, like just real floppy. So this one is really cute, but it's long. You can see the difference in the petals, how I cut them. So you get the idea. You can do anything with this craft, and I absolutely love it. And you don't have to buy the kit from Ragged Life like I did. You can buy the dowel rods at your local hardware store and get the jelly roll fabric from Walmart or Amazon or wherever you want. And this one is one of the smaller patterns they had. Now, I didn't like particularly how this came out. I can't even fluff it really good, but you can see still it'll add some beauty to the bouquet in there. And again, this is a tall vase, so you can get the difference in the shorter vase. This one here, I like these now. Now I love this fabric, as you can see, and I added the green leaves, little green fabric, little yellow for the top of it. And it's really, really cute. And then we've got one that I cut super short again and made small. I don't really like the smaller ones as much. And then we have this cutie here who is just cut square and skinny strips. And you can see I put a few green in there to look like little leaves. You know, it's got to be fluffed, but this is some pretty fabric as well. But you get the idea. Now picture these in a little tin can sitting in your little kitchen, in the middle of the table. I mean, look how cute when you put them together. This is in a larger vase. Okay. Let's take them out, put them together, and you can kind of get the feel for it. So this is your bouquet. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in that kit. And they're very cute. Super cute. But picture them, like I said, in a tin can or a vase or some pottery. They came out really cute, guys. I love that project. I had a blast doing it. Absolute blast doing it. A lot of fun. Lots of fun. So get you some jelly roll fabric or the squares and just cut little strips. Um, however long you want them, however short, I mean, however wide, you don't have to go by any certain rule. You can get the regular burlap, even though I prefer the smaller weave burlap. If you have trouble finding that, get the larger burlap. This is actually the larger whole burlap, and you can get that at the local garden center. And then, of course, I've still got to fill in all this. And then I'm going to do the entire back. And you just take your tool and pull the fabric through. And I will actually demo for you really quickly. This is the tool. Remember that I showed you on my previous video from Ragged Life. Where is it? There it is, Ragged Life. This is a spring hinge tool. I love this thing. So what you do is you push it through you're going to pick up about 1 or 2, I do 3, or 3 holes like that. You just puncture it through. You open it up by pushing it open. You put the fabric in just the tip like that and pull it through just like that. And that is all you do. Y'all can sit in front of the TV and just, you don't have to think. That's the whole good part. If you have a job where you're using your brain all day and you just want to come home and keep your hands busy and watch a movie, this is an excellent craft. I intend to make rugs out of it. Of course I do. I'm just practicing a lot before I start on the rugs. Another thing I like about rag rugging, it's such a cheap hobby. I love my sewing, don't get me wrong, but sewing is expensive. Knitting is about the same as the rag rugging or making the pillows. Now I sewed the burlap and turned it inside out to make this. And of course I stuffed it. So, you will need the stuffing if you want polyfill. I've even before used a shirt to stuff it with these little small pillows that I'm making. The ones on my porch are these colors and they're so pretty. They're like pink and blue. And so you can kind of picture that as a pillow. It's really cute. You make the rules with this craft. There is no rules. You can do whatever size, color, shapes you want when you're cutting your fabric. Whatever you want. I have a basket here. Later, I'm going to work on cutting them of all different fabrics. I choose to use colorful and with a pattern. You don't have to do that. A lot of people make them with just solid colors, and they also make them with the lighter fabric, like chiffon or the scarf material. I like the thicker rag fabric. This is all like bandana fabric. So I just prefer that. That's just a preference. It's whatever you like. I'm sure they would be beautiful made with velvet and solid colors. They would probably look realistic. I'm going to show you a picture of what you can do. This is how they display it. Of course, in the little white tin can, and you can see the difference in the solid colors. But I mean, this wasn't bad for my first time doing it. So I had a blast doing it. This little booklet comes when you buy the kit. And again, it shows you all how to do it. It's just a really great craft. I really like this one too. This girl put some little fake greenage in there. And you can see how realistic because they're solid colors and just more softer fabrics, thinner fabrics. But I like the thick. I can't help it. Also, when you're doing a pillow, which I haven't done this yet, you can do color blocking. So like you can see where she's making the pillow, and I could do like one color here, then another color, then here, then here. And I like that. That's cute. I may try that on the back side of this one just so I can try it. I love it. It's absolutely a blast to do. Okay, so that concludes, guys, my little ragged life is that's what her name, she calls it ragged life. My rag rugging or rag rug craft making. But it's not rugs yet. I haven't made rugs yet. Just pillows. So rag pillows, rag flower bouquet. I'm thinking I really like this craft. All right, guys, go get you some fabric and have some fun. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time on Crowned and Confident 57.